He was deeply moved in spirit and troubled. Now, this is an interesting thing that you need to understand. The word used here is meaning that literally he snorted in anger and indignation in his spirit. He was aroused deeply in his spirit in an angry fashion. Not about the question she had asked, but about the whole condition of death. Jesus was moved in a deep and indignant fashion at the ravages that death brings. Don't think, a lot of people think that God is kind of a distant God and that he doesn't have any compassion and doesn't have any feeling for what we're going through. But Jesus, as his representative here, as the human, the God-man, expresses deep indignation at what death does to people and families. And he's aroused. That's the word. He's aroused. And he's troubled. That means angry. With indignation. Where have you laid him? He asked. Come and see, Lord, they replied. And then one of my favorite verses in Scripture. Jesus wept. And the word here is broke or burst into tears. Now, does that surprise you that God cried? Does that surprise you that God expresses emotion? Does that surprise you that God wept? Jesus wept. He was moved with indignation and aroused in his soul with the destruction of death. He knew himself that within a short period of time he would experience that same thing for us. But he was aroused and now he bursts into tears and he weeps. God is not a God who is callous or unfeeling. You know, if we had a little common sense here, why would God create something in his image with emotion if he didn't have emotion himself? We were created in his image. We know that God gets angry. We know that God is disappointed. We know that God now weeps. That his love for us took his son to the cross to pay that price. And he also feels deeply everything you bring to him. And he has a fix for it if we're willing to listen. But the fix involved pain that he himself would experience through his son on the cross. Jesus wept. Then the Jews said, "See how he loved him." Everyone there was convinced that Jesus loved him. But now his disciples are confused. If you loved him that much, Lord, why did you wait till he died? But some of them said, "See, could not he who have opened the eyes of the blind man have kept this man from dying?"